Now we know a bit more about fixed assets setups in the system. Let's now focus on fixed asset card. I will show you how to handle all the fields in the fixed asset card. We'll also add new fixed asset, and we will go through all the processes connected with the fixed assets in the system. First, let's find fixed assets. You can find them in financial management, in fixed assets. You can of course use search and open it from here. System shows the list of fixed assets as a list, so you cannot edit any values here. You can of course sort it by, but you cannot edit. You can show or choose the columns available here, and you can just move them around for your purposes, but you cannot change anything on the list. I will show you some fields on one of the fixed assets example. Here we have a car, so let's start from the general tab. Later I will tell you about the depreciation books here. Each fixed asset in the system has to have its own fixed asset number. In this case, we have an automatic number given from fixed asset setup. You can find it FA setup. You can find it here. If you want to have more than one numbering series, we need to use relationships in numbering series and connect it with this default fixed assets numbering. So if you want to add additional to differentiate some fixed assets, you can use it here. Okay, so let's come back to our Mercedes. So on the top, the system will give you the number and the description. You can classify your fixed asset into classes and subclasses. For example, it can be tangible, intangible, or financials. This is only one of the ways you can use it. And in subclasses, you can divide, for example, your tangibles into cars, machineries, and telephones. So you can build the structure of classes and subclasses and connect it with your fixed assets. FA location code, this is the place that you can physically find this fixed assets. So you can connect it with production, you can connect it with reception or sales department or any warehouse in the company. You can tell, do you want to budget the asset, and you can put the serial number if needed. Later in this course part, I will tell you about main assets and components. We will not deal with it right now. In the search description, you can use a different search name that you can use instead of the number. So if you want to name it just Mercedes, and you can use this name and choose these fixed assets in the journals, for example. You can of course connect your fixed asset with your employee. So we have here the list of all employees defined in the system, and you can connect to the fixed asset.